Super fun!
Hi, welcome to the show. This is Susie. We're over at Casey's kitchen, my daughter's kitchen, and we're going to be doing some egg activities. Say hi, Casey.
Hi.
So anyway, what we're going to do is, I seen this on another website where you take and fill eggs with paint, and then you set up a canvas in the, outside, and then you allow your kiddos to throw the eggs at the canvas, and so you have kind of a splash painting. And so what we're going to do is take the eggs here. Now we got eggs that are past the date, so we're not going to be wasting eggs. But if you want to save your eggs, you could save them and use them for an egg bake. Do it close to Easter and have the egg bake for a Easter brunch, or whatever else you want them to do. But anyway, so we thought this looked like it's something fun. What we're going to do is just take the knife and be very careful. And you're just going to take and not stab yourself, but take the knife and kind of just twist off the shell like that, and then you can dump your egg out. And then you'll have a place to put your paint. And what you're going to do is you're going to take and have this hole here, and then we'll show you in another step what we do from there. But we're going to take the eggs out of all these eggs, take the yolk and the egg out of the egg, and then we're going to rinse them and then dry them, and then we're going to put the paint in, and then we're going to load them with paint so that we can have a splash painting party with broken eggs. I don't know, maybe this will teach my grandson, her son, tricks that we might not want to teach them, but we'll find out. All right, so now we've taken and we filled most of our eggs, and we filled them up with the paint, and first we rinsed them out, and we just took and put them in a pot and rinsed them out, and that way, so that any risk of salmonella has kind of been avoided. We put some antibacterial soap in there and just rinsed them out, and then we let them dry, and then now we put the paint in, and so we have just a couple left. What color? Did you use this color yet?
Yeah.
I like this color. And so we're just going to take and put the paint in there and make weird noises. And then what you can do too is you could mix more than one color in there, might give it a neat effect, or you could take and add in some white to make it a lighter color. So I'll just add some white into this one. And we used the acrylic paints. They're more expensive, so I'd recommend trying to get them on a buy at Michael's or wherever your paint store is. And then if you want to mix the colors together too, just take a knife and stir it around in the egg like that. Or you can just leave it and then just let it splatter however. And so the other thing, being this is a kid's project, I mean, we're doing the preliminary work, but being we're going to have kids do it, we weren't real fussy about the paint. So we did also find these paints are just $1.99 for the big bottle like this, and for these little paints, we found those at the dollar store. But they didn't have enough of the different colors, so we ended up just going with what we could get there. And so then the next step is just take the tissue paper, and we're going to pick the egg up and put a rubber band around it. Now, another blog where I got the idea from, they said to hot glue around here. Well, that to me sounded like a lot of extra work, and so we're just taking and putting the rubber bands on it, and we did test it to see how it splatters, and if you hit the canvas it works really good. And so what we're going to do now is finish putting a rubber band and tissue paper. So this is just tissue paper that you use for gift wrapping. It's available at the dollar store or whatever, and just to take and cut it into squares is what I did, and then take and put it on with a rubber band, and then that way you don't have to worry about hot gluing. Now, if you have older kids, they could be part of this too, because like Casey's my kid, and she's older, so she can do that. But I meant like, if you have preschoolers or whatever, you probably don't want them to mess around with this part. But anyway, then you put it in there, and then to just show a little color what color's in there. So if they want to pick and choose their colors, is just kind of tip it a little bit and have that tissue paper color that top of that there. And so anyway, we're going to finish rubber banding these up, and then our next step is to do our canvas. And so we'll get to that step. We'll be going outside for that, and we have a really windy North Dakota day. So maybe the paint won't end up where it's supposed to be. It should be interesting. I think we're outside now, and we're going to try the painting. So I'll switch the camera around, and we'll see how this works. Okay, go for it.
Oh.
I wouldn't be right there, Jeff.
That's on your foot? Okay, now what color?
Purple.
This masterpiece is for his Auntie Bev, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color?
Blue.
Well, wait, we can gather those up afterwards.
Okay. Now what color?
Green.
Do it again. Yeah, leave
Yeah,
it
there you go.
Now what color?
Pink. I have better aiming.
Good job.
Green again.
This one green or this green?
That
Oh,
green.
So Hunter, do you think this is fun?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that color green. Look at that. Look at that.
fantastic.
Wow.
Blue again.
So do you think this one's done? Should we get another canvas?
Yeah, masterpiece.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a rainbow.
Calling that good?
Was that fun, Hunter?
Yeah. Super fun. Not all of them.
Yep. So we were able to do about 3 paintings with about 24 eggs, right?